When I understood this principle, it all changed for me. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lean and Mean Academy, where we talk about one truck, big profits. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about a principle that a lot of veterans in service industry know. This isn't something that's new to them, but for the new guys out there who are trying to figure out how to bet on themselves in the right way, how to market their business, how much should I spend, how much should I allot, what should I expect from my marketing spend, this video is going to be for you guys, okay? So stay tuned till the end. I'm going to be spelling some of this stuff out on the whiteboard for you, the iPad for you, and hopefully you can get a little better grasp of what this is. Now, this principle is something that was shared with me years ago, and I turned it into a law, right? I abide by this law in my business, and I call this the law of 15. Okay, what is the law of 15? The law of 15 basically says that I cannot expect a return on my marketing investment unless I'm willing to spend 15% of the gross I want to achieve. Okay, a lot of guys in business, and especially in our world, and I get a ton of comments on the channel, guys are really, and it's sad, guys who've never been in business before, they're on hard times right now or something like that, they're wanting to get something for nothing. And as we know in the world, that's never going to happen. You're going to have to put some money out there, but the big question for a lot of you guys is, how much should I put out there, and what should I expect of my marketing spend to come back to me, and how can I make this what I like to call predictable outcome for my business, right? How can I create something here that it's not like I'm going to the casino every day. It's more placing a very educated bet on myself, all right? This isn't roulette. This is pretty much a sure thing if you start dialing it in and you operating this way. Dan Kennedy, one of the most legendary copywriters ever. He's one of the guys who I've loved to understand. He's an old grouchy old man now, but he's a wealth of knowledge. Everybody knows him as Mean Old Dan. And Dan would say the guy who is willing to spend the most money to acquire a customer can never be beat. Okay, the guy who is willing to spend more than you to acquire the customer can never be beat. And this is how big business operates. They're willing to write the check. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about the law of 15. This is something that we go into much deeper into the inner circle. The inner circle is a great group of guys here. We have a group on Facebook, and we do calls bi-weekly, and it's all about leveling up their business. We got Mike Turman in there. He's going to do over $800,000 this year in his business. Steve Musso, a bunch of different guys. John McAbee out in Australia, crushing it. I think John's up to $500,000 this year, something crazy. Westfall, she's crushing it up there too. But if you're interested in congregating with a bunch of killers, I'll put the link in the description to the Pressure Washing Blueprint Inner Circle. Look, this thing is growing, and these guys' income is growing, and we all feed off of each other. There's zero negativity in there, and the bi-weekly calls are where it's at. So plug in. Let's jump in to the law of 15. Okay, so the law of 15 states that whatever gross income my goal is, all right, let's think in gross right now. I know everybody was like, what's the net? Let's talk about the gross, because that's how we're going to think in terms of our marketing spend right off the bat. All right, so what is your gross goal? For some new guys, their gross goal is, $1,000 a month. All right, so let's write down $1,000 a month. Now, the law of 15 states that in order to make $1,000, I'm gonna have to invest what? 15% of that 1,000. So 1,000 times 0.15 equals $150. All right, so here's what I'm gonna show you here today. I'm gonna keep going through this, but if you invest $150, whether that be in probably yard signs for the new guy who's wanting to make $1,000, probably walking the neighborhood, knocking on doors or something like that. If you're willing to invest $150 of your time or in yard signs or something like that, you are going to return $1,000 there. Now, here is where the big paradigm shift happened for me. And this is very important. So take note. If I'm not willing to invest $150, which is like a pair of bad Nikes nowadays, right? Then I should expect zero. Which means if I'm trying to only invest $98 or $100, right? Then I should expect zero. This is how you have to be in this game. Now say, let's move it on up. 5,000. Say I've got a goal of $5,000 times 0.15. That's going to equal 750 bucks. All right. Now, again, are you willing to spend $750 a month to make $5,000? And if you're not, you should expect zero. This is how you have to be. This is where the paradigm shift happens, is not knowing about the law of 15. Because you can understand this if we go up to $10,000 a month, and these are all small numbers in this business, right? But are you willing to spend $1,500 a month on your marketing in order to recoup that, the 15%? If you're not, you should expect zero. Now, why do I say you should expect zero if you're not willing to spend the full $1,500 to make $10,000? Because I want to reverse the paradigm from scarcity and fear of loss and anxiety spend to the joy of being able to invest $1,500 into your business and understanding it's a sure thing to replace at $10,000, right? It's going to always give me minimum whatever this number is on this side. Now, at the peak of my business, this is where guys, get in trouble here, is, we were closing in probably, I think the biggest month we did was over 40,000. So we were cruising around 30K a month. Now, that would be $4,500 a month in marketing spend. Now, I never had to spend $4,500 a month on my marketing to make this number, but I had to be willing to, okay? And I'm saying this to the guys who have these nice things. They got a pair of Yeezys sitting over there that are $500 to $700 shoes, and they're not willing to invest that to make $5,000 in their business. They're not willing to sell those shoes. $4,500 a month to make 30K. $4,500 a month is somebody's salary at the end of the year, just gone in marketing. So can you see where a lot of guys would meet this with scarcity and anxiety and just this ball in their chest, where they should meet it with the joy of being able to understand and know that when I put in $4,500, I'm gonna make minimum 30K. Okay, so guys, listen, that is the law of 15. 15% is the marketing spend on minimum. If you want to make $1,000, you need to spend 150 bucks. If you want to make $5,000, it needs to be 750. 10 grand, 1,500, right? And you have to be willing to put that money down. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the math problem. I hope this cracked the code for some of you new guys, because look, if you're not willing to spend the 15%, you should be happy with zero return. So bet on yourself, bet on the 15, write down the final number that you want to make in gross for that month, and then reverse engineer it back to 15% on what you need to spend. If you want to make 10 grand the first month, but you don't have $1,500 to spend on marketing, then you need to start a little lower with your goal. Start with 5 grand this month and say, okay, I got 750 to spend. All right, and bet on that. Get your yard signs out. Get your Footbridge website up, which is 199 bucks a month. These guys, I got guys making 20, 30K a month with a Footbridge website that's $199 a month. I'll put a link below for that too. That's a problem, because that's like that's a math problem that doesn't really compute to what I'm trying to say. But if you understand that 199 is so small So what are you gonna do for the other big spend to make up for the lack, right? To make up for that lack of 15%. So I hope this video kind of cleared it up for you. 15% of what you want to make in gross, you need to spend that on your marketing. And I will assure you, if you do it and you do it wholeheartedly and you follow up on the leads that you get, you will make that minimum back. Minimum. I promise you. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.